This is one of my most heavily requested cakes when I make cakes for family and friends. They absolutely love this design. I've created it before in a previous tutorial. However, there are changes that I've made to make the process a little more streamlined and faster. So I have two 6-inch cakes. They've been baked in 3-inch tall cake tins. It is marbled mud that I've used here, and I'm filling it in with dark chocolate frosting. Go ahead and stack your cake as per usual. I like my frosting to be a little bit softer just to make it easier to spread and to get a nice finish on the outside. So bubble free and smooth. Microwaving just for 10 seconds or so usually does the trick. I'll start at the very top and then work my way down on a diagonal, catching any excess frosting sticking at the sides. And then only if I need to, I'll dip back into that main bowl of frosting and continue to add until all the cake crumb has been hidden. I'll then take my metal scraper. Whenever I work with ganache, I do prefer metal, only because you can heat it up and smooth it out a lot better. I'll continue to add in frosting into any spaces that are missing and then smooth it out. Drag that top lip towards the middle and then refrigerate for about half an hour. After which your cake is ready for its final coat. This is where the steps differ compared to the previous tutorial. I'll go ahead like usual and apply my first layer of frosting. This is buttercream, only without the butter, so we have So Light vegetable shortening. I'm going to cover the whole cake in its entirety and then smooth it out as per usual. And normally I'd speed up this process, but I just wanted to show you guys how easily you can actually get this done in a couple of seconds. The key here is pressure. Notice that 45-degree angle that I'm holding the frosting scraper. As I stop, I go ahead and I take that excess frosting, dump it into any pockets, and continue to smooth. From here, you can take that baker's twine or just regular macrame twine in this case, press it into the frosting, give little turns of the turntable, about a quarter turn, and then pull on that string to help dig it into the frosting evenly. Work your way down on a diagonal. Try to keep it as straight as you can. I find that unraveling the twine on the spool and just having it ready to go on the countertop usually helps. If it is connected to the spool and the spool's dancing around, it's going to pull and tug on the string, and that's going to leave a not so very neat mark on your cake. Work on a diagonal back up towards the top of your cake and trying to keep that even pressure, a quarter turn of the turntable, and then pull against the cake. Once you reach the very top, you can cut off your string. And then this is where it differs. Rather than putting it into the freezer, just start unraveling it. Turns out it actually doesn't matter. You can totally unravel it while the frosting is wet. And I feel like it leaves a better finish because you don't get as many frilly bits along that line. It's a lot more even looking and neater this way. And now you can put it into the fridge to set completely. About an hour will do. And at that point, if you like, you can cut off the top lip with a hot knife or just with your spatula. The frosting should be nice and set so we can go ahead and paint into that line. The medium that you use doesn't really matter too much. You could use edible gold dust mixed with rosewater spirit or vodka or lemon juice or vinegar if you can't use alcohol. Basically, it just helps to evaporate a lot faster. I've actually used gold airbrush color here instead. So just straight up airbrush color, just give it a good shake and then squeeze it into a container, and that works wonders as well. After you've finished painting that in, add in any other details. So for example, edible gold crochets in different sizes. And lastly, you can add in your flower. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it to the top over to the side, add in some fondant foliage, and your cake is complete. Feel free to subscribe and we'll catch you again in the next one.